is his happy place. Sky Trap Owl ASMR.
Hello everyone, Alice here welcoming you to this new video. Now this video is probably going to be out of date by the time I've uploaded this, or out of date by in a couple of days time. So I'm recording this on the 10th of May, which is a Friday. But I figured I would show my Xbox 360 collection. Now I recorded this video last week, I think, or the week before, and it went out of date quicker than it should have done. So I didn't bother uploading that one. But anyway, just wanted to show my Xbox 360 collection. Some games I have stories, tell some I don't. So, yeah. And some of these are in order, some are not. So we're going to kick off with Perfect Dark Zero. This is a sleeveless case. There's the disc. I haven't played it. Well, I played the first mission. This would be my first Perfect Dark game, because I don't think I had the memory expansion for the N64 version, and the disc is really bad, so I had trouble playing. I own it now on Rare Replay, but I kind of prefer the original Perfect Dark, if I'm honest. Bit of a problem with positioning stuff again. Next we got Fu Panda. I just did a stream on this, I used Rare Replay. This is the special edition version. Really love this game by Rare. Very relaxing. Wasn't a fan of it to begin with, because I bought it, bought the special edition, I was like, oh my god, Fu Panda is one I wanted to play. It didn't appeal. Didn't appeal originally, so I sold it. Got Rare Replay and I was like, I'll give it another go, and got hooked to it. And as we saw on the stream, I actually got pretty good on it. This is the special edition, which I had originally. I had the slipcover, but just bought this recently. But my original one didn't have the bonus disc that comes with it. Because you get like 3 Xbox Live Arcade demos, you get like a demo of LEGO Star Wars 2, which was typical because I just literally bought the game on the Star Wars sale on Xbox. And you get like the opening 4Kids episode of Viva Pinata. I believe it's the opening episode for the series that 4Kids Entertainment did. People who did Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Ultimate Muscle, Sonic X, Cubix, TMNT, quite a few series. Next we got Call of Duty 2. I haven't played this. I have a love-hate relationship with the Call of Duty games. I generally like playing for the campaign, and I'm really playing for multiplayer. The only thing I played most for multiplayer was Modern Warfare 2, which I need to rebuy just to finish the campaign, but I haven't played it. Modern Warfare 4. Really enjoyed this game. Finished the campaign. I finished the campaign on Rookie. I rebought it just to finish it on Veteran. I have the Game of the Year edition, so this is not my original copy, but yeah. Good game. Warhammer Space Marines. Originally by THQ, now it's done by Sega, because Sega bought THQ. Oh, the Warhammer license went to Sega. I bought this a lot off my uncle, bought it off my uncle. Never did finish it, so glad to own it now, and now I can actually finish the game, because I did enjoy it. Quite fun. Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing with Banjo-Kazooie. This is the Xbox Classics version. I originally owned this because this was like Mario Kart for me on the 360. Because I think around the time... Yeah, I had the Wii. And I still do. But I didn't have Mario Kart. So this was like, oh my god, a racing game. Sega racing game. And the Bear and the Bird were in it. And I do like Banjo-Kazooie. Very fun racer game. I do have it on Steam along with the sequel. Not sure where they're going to go with the third game. Another game I originally owned on the 360. I'm glad to have back. Sega Mega Drive Ultimate Collection. 40 Mega Drive games. Oh, actually 4 games in total. I don't know if it's counting the Sega Master System ones. But quite a load of good games on here. It's nice to start streaming some of these. So you got Sonic 1, 2 and 3, Street Rage 1, 2 and 3, Echo Dolphin, both games, Shining Force both games, Golden Axe 1, 2 and 3, Sonic and Knuckles, Phantasy Star 2, 3 and 4. You also do have Phantasy Star 1, Alex Kidd, Shinobi 3, Columns, Alter Beast, Sonic Spinball, Kick Chameleon, Vector Man, Beyond Oasis, Comic Zone, Bonanza Bros, Sonic 3D Blast, Rise Star, Alien Storm, Dr. Me, Robotnik's P Machine. You got a load of games on here. And the reason why I got it was because I had almost got all the achievements on this, and I wanted this collection. I would love to own the one on Switch, but the problem with the Switch one is Monster World's not in it. Wonder Boy 3 was the PS4 version, and I believe the Xbox One edition has it. So, typical. A game I borrowed off my uncle a lot and got this yesterday. One of the first I got yesterday. It's got a handful yesterday, which are mixed match in the batch. Really love this game by James Gunn, who did Guardians 1 and 2 and is doing Guardians 3 and Suicide Squad 2. Just really love this offbeat comedy. Would love to stream it, but I probably will get copyright for it. But Lollipop Chainsaw. I'd have to put like a mature warning on this one. Julie on the front. Just love this game. And I got it because I hadn't finished it. I owned it on PS3, but I just wanted it back on 360. But I really love this game. I do want to 100% it. And yes, I did do the achievement where you look one day. That's all I'm saying. A game I've played a tiny bit on PS3. On my modded PS3. And I was interested in it. And now the second one's out, and everyone was hyping it, and Stephen Plays is doing an LP of the second one, which is the prequel to this one. I wanted to give it a proper chance without me having to keep digging the PS3 out, keep having to install, and I did buy all the DLC. Well, I got all the DLC for it. Since the DLC was relatively cheap for this, and I'm a bit surprised about that. The original Red Dead Redemption. Looking forward to playing this properly. Might stream it at some point. Another Rockstar game, and I am really in love with this game. Although I have put it down again. We'll return to it. Because I just got onto disc 2. This is a free disc game by Rockstar. LA Noire. I love murder mystery detective games. And this game really intrigues me a lot. I'm looking forward to actually finally beating it. Annoyingly, I wish that this version would go on the Xbox One. Backwards compatible, then I didn't have to use the 360, but we got the Definitive Edition, which has everything which I already own. And I actually forgot to pick the box up for this one, but Dark Souls, I have the what was it say on there? Limited edition with like the art book and soundtrack CD and behind the scenes. I've played a bit of Dark Souls. I played it on PC originally. I've played a little bit of the 361. Very annoying. If I streamed it, there'd be a swear count and probably a death counter. And talking Dark Souls, here's the second one. I've not even touched the second one. So, going to be looking forward to playing through the series. I have played Demon Souls and I know how mad they are. And I have Dark Souls 3 on PC. Well, like, get on 360. A game I was really hyped for because I was like, 2-player co-op games, yes. And I didn't really play much into it. And it's by EA. I think I actually did the demo, and then I got it on my birthday, along with the second game. And it was like, meh. Army of Two. EA. More or less, this game's kind of co-op. You really need a co-op buddy, because if memory serves me, the AI is hot garbage, as per almost to the 40th day, and 40th day I've not played this. Game launched 2 Dog Days. This was also a present on the same birthday. Very enjoyable game. From the little bit I've played, I only played like half an hour and I was okay with it. But I probably have to play it properly. A game which I've seen a lot because of my game design course, where we were trying to test run computers, and this game came up. I have played a bit of the original, and I know the original and 3 is on 360, so I might just do them that way. My game already can run all 3 of them. And the laptop can run the first one, which was a bit odd, but Crysis 2. I do enjoy. From the bit I played of Crysis 1, I will enjoy the series. A game I've finished and really enjoyed, and not really. I wouldn't say I'm much of a shooter person. I do enjoy him every now and then, if they appeal to me. And this one I borrowed from my uncle because he has the gold edition, gold steelbook version. I spent like quite a lot of time on it. Battlefield, Bad Company. I think the campaign really drew me on this one, and just really enjoyed playing it. This next game, I borrowed off my sister's ex, because he was stopping at my uncle's and nana's with my sister, took his 360, and he had the original release of this. And he went, "You can borrow the campaign disc if you want to play it." And it took like 2 weeks to beat. Because at the time, and I haven't really borrowed games off my uncle in ages, but I usually had a rule of like, within a week or 2 weeks, I'll try and beat it. I'll give it back within a week to 2 weeks. Depending on if I got far enough. And all that. But I finished the campaign. I think I did it on normal, got to do it on hard, or I did it on the hardest difficulty, I can't remember. But Battlefield 3. Not really. I enjoyed the campaign, but just one of those things for me. I just got to be in the mood to play a shooter game. And just put these back. Because now I can access the back. Okay, this is going to be a series of 5 games because I don't own the other 2 physically. Assassin's Creed, a game I borrowed off my uncle and spent quite a lot of time trying to get into for the original. That was probably the first one to play it out of me and my uncle. My uncle played a bit and he was like, "Nah, for me." I sort of got into it, but I just couldn't get into this one. And I'll explain shortly. But I have actually beaten it. I beat the main campaign, well, the main story. Well, it wasn't DLC, some story. Finished it last year, I want to say. Last year, back end of the 2017. Because I recorded this as footage, the whole story, not 100% it, but just the story, to upload on the gaming YouTube channel, and never did out with it. But yeah, it took me a while to get into this, and it just wasn't something I was appealed to. Until Assassin's Creed 2. Now, I originally had the Game of the Year edition, but I got this version now. So, when Blockbuster was around, I used to go with my uncle every now and then when he rented the games, and we took my mum there one time, and she got a card saying, "Yeah, rent 3 games, £10 for a week. See if we can give you something to play." And I only rented, I think, 4 games from him. Didn't really rent much from him. So I rented this game, Namco Museum, 360, and The Godfather 2. But we'll get to Godfather 2 shortly, in a bit. But out of the 3 games, this was the one I spent the most time on. I got really hooked to it and really enjoyed it. That when I get back the rental, I think the same day I actually got the Game of the Year edition pre-owned, and I was like, and now I can finish the game because I've really got hooked to it, and I have almost 100% it. I think though I've got a glitch in my save file where one of the puzzles, one of the memories, like you have to go to set areas and like there's like a little memory puzzle, it won't activate, so I don't know if the game's glitched and I have to start all over again. If I have to, I will be so annoyed because I have to do all the feathers. But really did enjoy this. Which, sorry for all the stretching, because I've got these laid out on the bed, but I didn't think it through properly. And here we have Brotherhood. I wasn't a fan of this one. I've beaten it, I haven't done the DLC, I'm bored of the DLC. Might do, at some point in time, get the DLC. But at this time, when I got around to playing this, I was adamant of 100% in it. Because, like, it has that memory thing where it's like 100%, and it could be like doing set tasks like not getting hit once. Yeah. That was what annoyed me. So I put it down and I was like, I am so not interested in this game. And I think it was last year I got back to it and finally beat it. And I did enjoy it, but it just really rubbed me the wrong way for the sense of that 100% thing. Which leads us to Revelations, which I played a tiny bit at Eurogamer when I was on my game design course. Got to play the multiplayer a little bit. But basically what had happened was I have actually started playing a bit of this, and I've only done like, probably still on the prologue, or might be on like chapter DNA 2, something like that. I just need to return to it. And then we move to Assassin's Creed 3. I haven't even touched the campaign on this. Again, I played a little bit of the multiplayer while at Eurogamer. So, hopefully this will be a good game. I do have Rogue digitally on Xbox One. I have the Ezio collection on Xbox One. I've got Syndicate, Origin, or not Origin, yeah, Origin, Unity, and got the recent one. And I did have Black Flag on PS4, but I'm gonna have to get it on Xbox, because I am so anal like that. Of if I play a game on if I play a series on the console, I will continue on that console. So an example being Batman, because you're going to see two of them. I started with Arkham on 360. I will go through them all on Xbox, although I have beaten first two on PS3 as well. We'll get to that. And Dead Rising. I saw my uncle play the second game, and I got somewhat intrigued by the premise of this game. Although I do struggle a bit at it, but do enjoy it. Talking of Dead Rising 2, great game. Haven't really finished any of the Dead Rising games. I played a bit of 1, a bit of 2, and a bit of 3. And I always love the Mega Man blockhead here. Serverbot from Mega Man Legends. Next we've got a trilogy of games. The first two I got at Christmas, so Bioshock. Now, I've a bit far in this one, not very far, but a little story was when we were doing game design, of course, we had a story tutor, and he showed the ending to this game. But me and one of my other friends we were currently playing this. I was currently playing it, and the problem was he was like, "You're gonna have to either stand outside like a fool, because I'm gonna play the ending, or cover your ears." And you covered your ears, and you still heard it, but I didn't see it. So, and that was 2000, no, not 2009, 2011, 2010, 2011-ish time. How embarrassing of that. And I wasn't going to stand outside like a fool. And when the clip was played, everyone was talking about going like, yeah, this happens. I'm like, that didn't happen. I heard, but I didn't see. Still need to finish it. Borderlands 2, I played tiny bit of this game on the multiplayer side, but I won't play until I finish the first one. Bioshock Infinite. I actually picked this up yesterday. I've been wanting to pick this up for a while on the 360. I do have the remastered version on PC, but I eventually cracked and was like, I'm gonna have to pick this up because once I finish the second one, I've got to play this one, and I know this is the prequel to the series, so I've got to play this first. Because I'm also that anal about the stories at times. Whereas, like, if there's so many games, I'll play them in game order, or I might do them in story order. A game I originally owned and got pretty far in it, but never finished it. The original Mass Effect. I had the Xbox Classic version, which came with a PC DLC, which I ended up rebuying that DLC because of the annoyance of the way the 360 works with some things, Microsoft works with things, because I had the Fallout 3 Game of the Year edition, and the Fallout DLC was installed, but the regular edition, well, the digital version, when Fallout 4 came out. And the problem I had was I could not use the DLC when I went to my uncle's. I think I could use the DLC at his, I can't remember. See, I had it all. So I was like, Mass Effect won't work. Oh, and it happened with Assassin's Creed 2. I had the Game of the Year edition, and the DLC is on the disc. It would not load the save file. It said it was corrupted and stuff because it was missing the DLC, so I had to buy the DLC. So Microsoft works very funny with content like that. So that's the reason why I had to rebuy that one piece of DLC. But I really want to return to this and actually play it. But I will do eventually. Which leads into Mass Effect 2 and 3. So Mass Effect 2 I haven't really played anything of. Well, I haven't played at all. Mass Effect 3 I played a tiny bit because my uncle had it and he lent it to me. Because he had the Kinect, so he was doing all the Kinect stuff. Played a little bit, but I really want to play the games all the way through. Next we got Borderlands 2. I did have the Handsome Collection, so I have played a tiny bit of this, and I do enjoy Borderlands 2. Pre-sequel, I have not even played out of. I have played more or less more Borderlands 1, so I'm going to be looking forward to playing them. This next game is part of the 2 series, so I did the 2 games. And I own this on PS2, and you may be wondering why did you rebuy it if you own it on PS2, but The Godfather. Now the reason why I picked the 360 version is, the 360 and the PS3 version, the PS3 version was named the Dawn Edition, I think that we had a few different things as well, besides some motion controls. They added a little bit more to this version over the PS2 version. So I was like, I'm going to have to rebuy. And I did notice some scenes were a little bit more flashed out from like the start, because I believe you didn't get to control the character that gets shot at the beginning. But on this one you do, but I can't remember. I would have to do side-by-side comparisons. But glad to own it. And then here's the second one, Godfather 2, based on the second movie. And I'm going to tell you the story about this and Assassin's Creed 2. So I rented this Assassin's Creed 2 and Namco Museum, and I was like, oh, Godfather 2, I enjoyed the first game, which I did on PS2 and loved it. I'm going to really enjoy this. I didn't play much of it. It really put me off. And so I'm going to have to sit down properly and play this and see if my feelings change, because I was really put off by this, because this game was brilliant. This one was like, ugh, what's this happened here? So I'm a bit curious. I am missing the first one because I have owned it. I've beaten it on easy on 360. I've beaten it on the hardest difficulty on PS3, and I should have really picked it up yesterday, but I didn't. So we'll move to the second game, Arkham City. And I have finished this on PS3 with all the DLC, the Harley Quinn Revenge, the Catwoman pack where it gets plays Catwoman. And this is the Game of the Year edition. But I bought this off my uncle because at the time, and it's still a bit odd with 360, they've got a games on demand service. And at the time, Arkham Asylum was 30 quid on the games on demand service. Whereas you could go into a game shop and get for like half of that, 12 quid maybe. And I ended up picking up the physical Arkham. Played it, but it lent to my cousin, it lent to my uncle. He got Arkham City, and I played a little bit of it over there. And I think I borrowed it once and didn't get pretty far in it. Don't know why. Then I bought it off my friend for PS3. And beat Arkham Asylum again. Beat on normal actually, that time. Got on this and played a bit of it. Still didn't happen. Got the Arkham Collection on PS3, which is Arkham Asylum, this, and Arkham Origin. Beat Arkham Asylum on hard. Beat this one finally. And did the DLC. So I rebought on 360 to actually finish the save file. Just so I can actually say I have beaten it on 360 because I started on 360 and I want to beat more on Xbox. And that leads to Arkham Origins, which I'm currently playing. And I have just bought the DLC for Mr. Freeze for this game. And I'm actually enjoying this game now. I couldn't really get into it on PS3. I have it on PC and I tried on PC and it didn't do it for me either, so funny how things like that happen. But glad to actually start playing it. And about, I think I'm about halfway through the story. Gonna take. Alright, these next lot are just music games, so I can quickly cover this the quick way. Ddr Universe, aka Ddr Universe, Dance Dance Revolution Universe if you live in the US. Good, because I like music rhythm games, and so are all these. Rock Band, used to play this a lot at home, used to play it a lot at college. Spent a lot of money on the DLC, which I still do, which I still got a lot of the DLC, including customs for the PS3, so I can play like custom tracks. Rock Band 2, Lego Rock Band, all these have good tracks. Some hit and miss, but some good tracks. Beatles Rock Band, a game I put God knows how many hours into. Great track listing, maybe because of the UMG Apple stuff. I can't really post content of this, so I wish I could. I might have to look into that one. So I'm posting some of that. Guitar Hero 3, Legends of Rock, finished this on Wii, finished on PS2. I need to really finish this on 360. Aerosmith, got Guitar Hero Aerosmith, and I do enjoy Aerosmith. Glad to actually have it and go through their campaign. Quarries of Work. It's good track listing, but the perk of this game, and the reason why more or less I got it, Rush 2112 is on it, the full track, the first official release of it, because Rock Band 3 has it as DLC. And that's now on Rock Band 4. But this has an exclusive chapter dedicated to the 2112 track by Rush, where Geddy Lee, Neil Peart, and Alex Lifeson tells the story of it while you play the track of 2112. Next we got Sleeveless Game, but I can open it up. Next we got Brutal Legends, Tim Schafer and Jet Black, and a good strategy rock game with Ozzy Osbourne on voice, vocal works, Lenny from Motorhead, great rockers doing voice acting. Finally finished it last year, so glad to have finally finished it. Just a brilliant game overall. Zone of the Enders HD Collection by Hideo Kojima. Played a little bit of this, never played the original PS2 games, so glad to own this. This also includes the Metal Gear Rising demo, which I'm just about to cover right now. Now, a little story of Metal Gear Rising. The second Eurogamer Expo I went to, Hideo Kojima was there. Me, my friend Jen, and her boyfriend at the time lined up to actually go to Kojima's talk. Unfortunately, we were a bit late. Not late in the sense of late because it had already started. It's like the case of we should have lined a bit early. And so I went down with a burden. They went off for a bit. And me and a friend went to the Metal Gear area because there was like a little area dedicated to Metal Gear. So you had the MSX Metal Gears, NES Metal Gear, Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, 4 playing on consoles. And I was just explaining a little brief of story for the games to a friend because he was interested in it. And Kojima was behind us. So I got to meet Kojima. And I did say thank you for all the great games. That's all I said. Didn't take any photos. Because my camera was dead and we both thought it wasn't right. Me and my friend thought we weren't going to do that. It's just too much to ask. Metal Gear Rising, I'm sort of hit and miss with. Game I love, and I love the series, although the last import for this game was basically they've just turned it into Burnout. Ridge Racer 6 by Namco. Namco and the Ridge Racer series were brilliant. Great arcade racers, great racers. Then they did Ridge Racer Unbounded, which was copying EA's Burnout by Criterion. They were kind of like, oh no, we're gonna have you do damage and do all the stuff you do in Burnout. Yuck. Was not fun. A Christmas present from my uncle, and you got the game at the same time. Saints Row the Third, coming to the Saints Row series. Love this series. Well, love this game. I have beaten the main campaign. I just need to do the DLC, but really enjoyed this. Played a tiny bit of 4, and just need to return to it. Halo Reach was the Halo series, story-wise, because it's the prequel to Halo 1. Played a tiny bit of this, but I haven't beaten it. To Human by I think Silicon Knights, I think? Yeah, Silicon Knights. Supposed to be part of a trilogy, but sales didn't do good on this. Borrowed off my uncle, played it quite a bit at his house. It was an okay game, so let's pick up at some point. Oblivion, this is the 5-year anniversary edition, which is basically the Game of the Year edition. Had the original release, got so hooked to it, sold it, and just need to return to it at some point. Final Fantasy 13. Oh boy, where do we go here? This ain't my original copy, but has the slipcover and everything, but I was so hyped when this came out because I was like, I get to play a Final Fantasy game before my cousin does. Because they usually got all the RPGs before me. And I picked it up. I was like, so hyped and excited, and got let down. Because I do like Final Fantasy. I enjoyed 7, 8, 9, I enjoyed 5, 6, 4. I enjoyed them all. 12 I'm hit miss with because that's kind of the controls. 11 and 14 are online, so I haven't delved into them. But I was really so hyped. 1 disc 2 on 360 version, and it just never did anything for me. I will finish it eventually. 2 great games from a company called Mistwalker, which were owned by and I'm going to probably butcher the spelling, so I'm just going to say the creator of Final Fantasy, the original Final Fantasy, had a company called Mistwalker for 360 on Xbox and DS, and a couple of mobile games. And they did 2 RPGs, the 360, and both RPGs are brilliant, but very lengthy. I am beating them. I'm on disc 2 on the second game, and then disc 1 I really need to play properly. So here we have Blue Dragon, artwork by Akira Toriyama, who did Dragon Ball and Dragon Quest artwork. Very, very beautiful artwork. Love this game from what I played. I just need to sit down properly. And the second game by Miss Walker, Lost at Sea. A 4-disc RPG. This is 3 discs. This is 4 discs. And boy, was it brutal to even get through disc 1. I must have started this game God knows how many times. It is a grind, but a brilliant, emotional. I highly recommend this game if you've never played it. This game I do enjoy as well, and I do recommend. But boy, Lost at Sea I do highly recommend. Kind of a lost gem on 360 is now backwards compatible with Xbox One, and if you had an Xbox One, Microsoft gave this game for free when it came on backwards compatible, which is so awesome. Awesome for them to do that. Even on Discovery, I've not played much, and I haven't even played this at all. I just realised I hadn't played it much. I might have played a tiny bit of it, but yeah, I haven't delved into it, so I can't really talk about it. Phantasy Star Universe, I have delved God knows how many hours into the online demo when it was available. Because if you downloaded the demo on 360, you got to play the online for free. Apart from paying the online subscription for Xbox Live. And the level cap was level 50 because this game required a £10 subscription. But it was basically grindfest. And the story you can do single player, which I'm so glad about, because I wanted to buy this for the single player. No, it's just a postman. I just heard someone, and sometimes the door goes. I've not beaten the story, because I am on chapter 7, and I'm stuck because I didn't do level grinding. Rules of RPG. Make sure you level grind. Make sure you level up to a good level. I stupidly didn't, so I have to start the game again. Because I didn't do multiple saves. Another thing of RPGs, do multiple saves. Oh boy. Great game though. This game I picked up yesterday, and the reason why I ended up getting a few games yesterday, and I forgot this had just been re-released on Switch. I would have got the Switch version, but I don't mind getting on 360 because I am /achievement /trophy hot. Tales of Vesperia. Really, really want to play this game. I am guaranteed I'm going to stream this at some point. Really looking forward to playing this game because I have never played it. I have actually got Tales of Symphonia on PC and I haven't even touched that either. I think I played a tiny bit of Tales on SNES or GBA, one or two. I haven't really delved into the Tales series. I know, blasphemy, I should really get onto that. If you know me well enough, I am a big Spyro fan. I own all the Spyro games. Legend of Spyro, To Another Dragon. I will not play this game until I've beaten the rest of the games. So currently I'm doing a Hero's Tale. Then I start the Legends of Spyro series, so I'd have to go through A New Beginning and The Eternal Night on PS2. This is the one game I made the exception for of breaking the rule of I will not buy any game unless it's on the same platform. Because Spyro to me is always a Sony. I got this on Xbox. And the reason why? Achievements. Because the PS3 version of this game doesn't have achievements. I would rather earn achievements if over a game which doesn't have it. So this is the other exception why I have it on 360. And the same would fall for Crash Bandicoot, and I think Crash Bandicoot didn't get achievements, although both those games are Xbox exclusives. I'll have to verify that one, but yeah, that was the only reason I have that on 360. Oh dear. Resident Evil 5, I've only played a tiny bit. for when my uncle rented it. I'm still debating getting Resident Evil 6 on 360. I'm probably gonna have to pick it up for the collection because I have played it on 360. But I own all the Resident Evils that are on PC apart from Operation Raccoon City. So quite a lot to say that. Only 4 more games, well 5, but one's a double pack, so we'll go for that. Lord of the Rings, The Battle of Middle-earth 2. The early Lord of the Rings Battle of Middle-earth game we got on 360. Really enjoyable game. Played a tiny bit of it at my uncle's. I ended up buying it for myself because my uncle lent it to my sister's ex and never got it back. I have done the first chapter, that's all I've done. I do own all 3 Battle of Middle-earth games on PC, so Battle for Middle-earth 1, this game, and the expansion pack for this game on PC. Lord of the Rings Conquest, I wanted to play this game so much because it's done by Pandemic, who did the Star Wars Battlefront. The original Battlefront games were LucasArts, so Battlefront 1 and 2 on original Xbox and PS2. So, and apparently this runs on the same system as that, so looking forward to playing that. This game I got because I'm pretty sure I borrowed it and played it at my uncle's, but I was wrong. Lord of the Rings War of the North, first game to be on Warner Bros. War in the North, not War of the North. I always say War of the North. 3 campaigns to play. I was pretty sure I borrowed this and I had a save file. Apparently I did not, because when I boot up it was all blank. So, yeah, fun to find that one out. But glad I own it now so I don't have to borrow it. So, looking forward to playing this. Alien vs Predator. My uncle borrowed this from Blockbuster and I wanted, and I played a tiny bit of it. And it was at the bottom of my achievement list, and I wanted to finish it because you have 3 campaigns of the Alien, plays the Aliens, the Predator, and the Marines. And lastly, a double pack I borrowed from my uncle a lot of the time. The bundle of Lego Indiana Jones and Kung Fu Panda. I have 100% Kung Fu Panda, got all the achievements. There's these 2, I think either these 2 are Tomb Raider Underworld were the first 3 games I played on 360, maybe Halo 3. So, one of them 4 games was like the first games I ever played. And we weren't impressed with Lego Indiana Jones, but for some reason we both got hooked to Lego games, and we do appreciate Lego Indiana Jones. Kung Fu Panda was a nightmare of 100% because you have to beat the game. One of the achievements is beating the game without taking a single hit or dying. I think it's like without dying once or without taking a hit once. That's so annoying when you have to do the Kung Fu fights. But 2 good games. And that is my 360 collection. I'm glad I actually got to cover it all in this time length. Like I said, this is probably going to be I'm just going to date it now, saying it's the 10th of May 2019. So I am expecting this to be wrong in a couple of days or in a few weeks if I get any more 360 games. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you again soon. Bye.